Hey, what's up guys? My name is Gene, I'm JAXTWIN, and on this channel we talk tech. Right off the bat, I just want to thank a lot of my new subscribers who are subscribed to my channel. I always want to take a moment to just say thanks and not for nothing. I don't know if you guys know how important that is, so just want to take a few seconds to say that. But in this video, I really wanted to cover a point that someone had made to me, and I never really thought about it like that, but now that I have had some time to think about it, I gotta say that maybe I'm wrong about this. So what do I mean by that? 5 or 6 years ago, the iPhone, Apple dropped out the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6s. So somewhere around 6 or 7 years ago. Fast forward to the iPhone 12 and the iPhone 12 and the 12 series. He was basically telling me that a lot of the folks who own the iPhone 5s and the 6 and the 7, those are the folks that are actually winning. And I just couldn't wrap my head around what he meant by that. In a nutshell, what he was basically trying to say is that with all the advancement that the iPhone itself has made, they don't really have a need for a lot of new phones. So I went over to Micro Center over in Cambridge, Mass, and I picked up the iPhone 6s. Now this iPhone itself cost $99, and I'm pretty sure if I went on Craigslist or eBay or somewhere like that, I probably would have been able to get the phone for about $75. In comparison to my iPhone 12 Pro Max, this is a $1,200 phone that I picked up a few months ago, and this right here is a $100 phone. Do the math, that's about an $1,100 difference. Now, think about all the great things that you can do with $1,100. You can take that dream trip that you wanted. You can buy like a mattress. You can buy a very cheap car that's rent. There's at least 100 things that any of us can probably figure out $1,000 or $1,100 with. So in hindsight, he was right. So when you think about it, a lot of the basic functions that this phone offers covers a lot of the basic functions that the normal consumer would have. But when you really think about using the phone, all of the other stuff that you pay for, is it really worth $1,100 in 2021? Now, this is potentially a phone that you can buy 10 times over or 11 times over. And another argument that he made during that whole conversation is just that. He says, even if I were to lose the iPhone 6s, I can walk out and go buy another 6s and I'm still ahead of you. And it kind of blew my mind when you start thinking about it like that. Now, fast forward, you have people who buy phones who really want the latest and greatest, like yours truly. And you obviously have people who are just going to find a phone that meets their financial cap. Whatever your budget is, that's where you're going to go. But when you really think about it, in terms of spending money and in terms of practicality, you cannot beat the iPhone 6s. Now, let's just call it out right now. The battery life on this iPhone is absolute trash. You get about an hour and a half screen on time. In terms of the camera is not something that I can rave about in comparison to other phones that I've used. In terms of the multimedia, you're still able to consume media on this. Granted, you're dealing with that battery life once again. I wasn't able to upgrade to iOS 15. This right here is set at iOS 14.0. and I'm sorry, 14.7. And aside from that, you do get the occasional lags. These are kind of the trade-offs that you're making. So in hindsight, once again, it was a very hard argument to make against what he said. And it really got me thinking, who's winning here? So that's kind of the argument. And I have to agree with them. When you look at the iPhone 6s, the iPhone 7, and even the 8 at best, you're getting yourself a phone that checks all the basic boxes in terms of a smartphone. And aside from the occasional lag, the horrible battery life, the camera, which is horrible, you gotta look at the pros. You do get a headphone jack. You do get a lightning, and a lot of these phones will come with a charger and a charging cable. Apple. But it's a very compelling argument that he made. So when you look at it, iPhone 6s users, you guys are winning in 2021. And I just wanted to ask you guys about it. I actually put up a post about the iPhone, iPhone 6s, and asked you guys if it's worth buying in 2021. And I'd say about 90% of you guys said no. With what I've presented to you, would you argue that the iPhone 6s is worth it in 2021? Now that you have that some information. And I also wanted to ask you guys, what other pros and cons have you found with owning the iPhone success, regardless of upgrading. Definitely would love to hear from you guys. This is such a great argument that he had, and again, I'm still a rational-minded consumer. But that's the video, guys. I would definitely love to hear from you guys down in the comments below. Again, I would definitely love to thank you guys for watching. Thank you, a lot of my new subscribers for watching. And until my next video, peace.